Yo, what's up? That was fast. How's it going? Dang, you must have clicked on that right as that popped up. How's the audio? I know I have my heater on in the background, so you might be able to hear that. Oh yeah, I love that feature. That's so cool. Pops up on Discord for everybody. The heater's not too bad though, right? The audio's still good. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have some problems with the focus on this it's not supposed to be autofocusing. Oh, that's right. I unplugged it and plugged it back in so it lost all its settings. Yeah, I gotta mess with it. The focus is so. See, it already screwed up. I set it to fixed focus, and then if I lean forward and then go back, it's gonna screw up. I think. Maybe not. Whatever. Anyways, this guy right here. Let's see. This old mechanical keyboard. I just use this for my server, but it's really weird. What's happening is certain keys stop working, like 2 through 5, and like minus and plus, but the plus over here works, and no matter if like numlock is on or off. It's really weird also because like when I plug the keyboard in, it starts spamming all the keys that don't work in a specific order over and over and over forever until I press some other key and it stops doing that. So it's really weird. And I've got it to one time when I plugged it in, I got the keys to work. The ones that don't work, it was working for a while, then they stopped. And it's on same thing on a different computer as well. So I don't know if I'll be able to fix this, but I'm gonna try. What's up, Russ? Yeah, Sloth showed up in like 0.2 seconds. Don't remove. Oh no. No, anytime I'm gonna take something apart, I'm gonna start a stream, because why not? I don't think I'm gonna be able to figure anything out with this though. Such a weird problem. Is there anything under the rubber feet? Maybe. Okay. Well, I don't know. It's just really weird. The fact that, like, when you plug it in, I had it open in Notepad and it just started spamming all the keys that don't work, the exact keys, in a specific order over and over and over forever until I press the button. Okay. Popping out all the clips. I might not have to deal with any rubber feet. Oh no, it looks like I might have to actually. Corner over here. Oh yeah, this is going to be disgusting. This keyboard's never been cleaned. Alright, I think there's some screws under here. Yep. No screw over here. Could be a center screw. There it goes. Hey. Alright, this is gonna be gross. Not too crazy. Alright. It was actually like my computer was like really slow to respond, like when I had this keyboard plugged in as well. Like I just had it open in Notepad and it was like my mouse was freezing every few seconds and then letting me move, and then it went back to normal when I unplugged it. So far, all the screws are the same, I'm pretty sure. Okay, connector on the back here. Oh, and then it's just grounded right here. Well, I doubt it's a problem with those specific switches. It's like the controller probably, or like one path or something has a problem. Like, why would those, like, so many different keys, like... But then again, it's also like, I think it was like 2 through 5, and then like minus, plus, and something else like in a different spot. But the 2 through 5 keys are all in the same spot, so that's kind of suspicious. Like one lane of the controller or something, however it works, screwed up. This is just the ground. Get this out of the way. All right, well, microscope time. See if there's anything like blown up, obviously. See if I can make it look a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't done much work on keyboards, like almost no work, so. It was a membrane keyboard, last one I looked at a long time ago. What do I got under this thing? What is this over here? See if I can clean that up a little bit. Need a fume extractor. Well, I don't know. I don't see any explosions or anything. Imagine one of these bad boys goes out and lose one of your channels or something. Maybe that's what's going on. Why can't it just be like a blown up capacitor? That'd be great. Well, let's see. Which ones? 2, 3, 4, and 5 for sure not working. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, and 5. These were all not working. Yeah. But they did work at one point. So, yeah, it's confusing. No, I don't have a fume extractor. I had plans on which one I want to get, but it's a little expensive, and yeah, I just need to find it again and decide to buy it. Yeah, basically just hold my breath usually. So, hmm. So, is there anything obviously in common with these? I wonder. Yeah, I don't have a lot of confidence for this one. I could just check for shorts here, I guess. Might as well. Yeah, I'm in States, California. Thank you. I'll find something. I just need to spend some time finding it again. Like I said, like basically find the same one I think that Northridge Fix sells, but on AliExpress. These are all in the same line. It looks like, yeah. About that, is that an inductor or a ferrite bead FB? Is that what that is? Um, yeah, I don't have an oscilloscope, so I can't see if the clock signal's good or whatever. Why couldn't something just have like a hole in it? I want to get one with the like bendable little nozzle. You can point it and move it out of the way. Anybody have experience with keyboards? Oh, here's something kind of interesting. There's a switch here. ISP switch. What does that do? There's no on the case. There's no switches or anything like you can't access from the outside. There's no like mode or anything like that. I wonder if I plug it in and press that, it's going to do anything. $40 to buy a new what keyboard? This is literally just sitting under my desk, like just for my server if I need to. Need to control it directly. Oh yeah. Yeah, I noticed that you guys when you guys stream is like totally not the time that I'm streaming and stuff. It doesn't line up. That's like I feel like most of the repair people are in the UK. Like most of the community. Or Australia. Yeah. So I don't even know what all these like. There's almost one per key on here. Like all these little dudes right here. What are these doing, and how can I test them? They don't seem. Seeing, do they have a ground? They don't even have a ground. But they're all over the place. America. I'm not getting like USB unplug sounds or anything. The connection's like solid. Thermal camera, maybe? Let's see. I'm gonna take the plug out of here. Let's see. Plugging into the laptop. I'm going to open Notepad because it's about to enter in a bunch of random keys. Okay. Oh, there it goes, spamming all the keys. Lit up. Oh, we got all three. Scroll lock. What? Numlock and pause break? No. What's the other one? Caps lock? Yeah. Numlock. Okay, let's see what's the status right now of these. Not working. One works. Five works. So it was 2, 3, and 4. That didn't work. Okay. I should probably throw that out of the way. I'm gonna press this little switch over here. All right. Did that do anything? Did that do anything? Nope. Not with that situation. Didn't change it. Okay. Thermal situation. Oh. Okay. I don't think I can get a live view off of this one. Just like access the SD card or something probably. Would be cool though. Okay. Hey, there actually is some stuff lighting up. Where's my plastic? All right. So some of these resistors. Yeah, resistors are getting warm. Okay, this guy's 40 degrees Celsius. Where is it? I also don't go by Celsius, so I don't really know. That's super hot. Let's see. Probably normal. Oh, I wish this would stop. Oh my god, now it's opening apps. Hold on. Close. Okay, still missing 2, 3, and 4 right now. This is an old mechanical keyboard. It doesn't even have RGB. It just has red. It's the heck is it called? Maybe like Red Dragon or something. No, G-Skill Ripjaws. Ripjaws KM570 MX. To be precise. Oh god, don't type in the chat. Okay. Get back to the thermal camera. So there's two like main unique chips here. One of them's warm, 40 degrees, 41 degrees, and the other one is like pretty much cold. Maybe it's doing a little bit of something. 33 degrees on this. What is this? That's one of those three-legged dudes. It's the only one that's lit up. It's not on fire though. It's only, I don't know, like 30 or something. 33. So I think it's just these resistors up here. And I think they're, that's probably normal. The only thing that like stands out is hold on, this guy right here. It's not even, nothing is super hot, like concerning. Wow, almost just broke this thing. Damn. That right there. That looks like it has a ground. I'm gonna unplug the keyboard. Okay. Yeah, all right. Nothing's super hot. Nothing's like obviously exploded. Oh man. I pressed the secret button over here while it was plugged in. Don't think it did anything. Still going absolutely insane when I plug the keyboard in. Opening up Chrome tabs. Yep, so weird. Yep, doesn't work. Hmm. Well. Yeah. I don't know if I have any other ideas. Don't have an oscilloscope. What if I just give it some flux and heat some stuff up? Maybe that'll make it happier. All right. That was the last thing that I was going to try. Let it cool off. It's so loud. All right. Last chance. Still a little hot. Oh, come on. It's doing the exact same thing, of course. Nope, same things. What the heck? Ah. Okay, I give up on this one. Give up. Don't know. This is when I need to know more, like what all these little dudes are right here. Anybody that knows anything about keyboards would know right away what each one of these things is, what their purpose is, probably how to test each one. Not I. I mean, if it's one of these guys, maybe I could replace a chip. I could find it and replace it. Maybe not. These are the only two like really unique chips here. It's not a capacitor. It's not an obvious capacitor. There's a crystal there. I can't test. Yeah. Maybe, hold on. Maybe AI can tell me right away what they are. A dual diode? I don't know what that is. So AI says they're most often diodes, transistors, or small MOSFETs. And they're basically one per key, it seems. Hmm. So if these are all diodes, can I test them in diode mode? Okay, let's just find one of these right here. L43, L43, L43. Okay, that's one of the ones that's all over here. Okay, so red probe on ground. 0.53. Nothing. Nothing. 0.25. Nothing. 0.25. Nothing. So red probe to the top, 0.25 on either side. And then these don't have ground. But if you do ground to top leg, 0.53, nothing on either of the other ones. So maybe one of these stands out, 0.53. Check each and every one of these stupid things. Okay. Maybe if one's shorted, then let's start over here by the 2, 3, and 4 keys. .53. Yeah. Let me just put this over here somewhere. Nope. Up there. They're acting identical so far. .46. This is the different diode over here. One of them has, this is the one that was warm. It has some different numbers on it. And it has a short to ground on one pin. Oh, 1 volt on that one. I don't know, it might be normal behavior for those. Those are not the ones that are per key. Like the ones that have 0.53 on them. All right, what about all the points for the switch themselves? So 0.54, nothing. 0.62 and 1.3. So 0.54, nothing. 62 and 1.3. Same as a working key. All the diode readings are exactly the same on all the little components and all the solder points on a working key and a not working key. Makes me think that it's got to be something to do with the brain, or like one of the unique components by the brain over here. And if one of these diodes in this area doesn't read any different than the other ones, then probably not the problem, right? I think by now I've checked all the ones in the like vicinity. Like if it was just one of these that was knocking out some of them, it'd be kind of near it probably. Yeah, these seem to be one per key. And like I said, there was a moment when all the keys were actually working, and then it stopped and did its crazy thing. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to check every single one of these diodes like methodically. That's going to be insane. And I like the theory that why, like, if there's one per key and multiple keys are out, then it wouldn't be just one of these things. So my guess is one of the unique components in the area around there's a win bond. Is it like a BIOS type thing? And this guy, say NXP. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Like so it takes all the inputs and stuff like matrix. We got this guy. And it also could be something to do with these dudes over here. So we've got U's, Q's, and Q1, Q2. This one is getting warm. What is the Q again? Is this just transistor or? The little test points for like clock and stuff. Rest. Transmit, receive, maybe. Oh, there's something that says 3.3 volts. Check that. Yeah, that's something I needed. I haven't checked. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom out. So I'm gonna go on this 3.3 volt point. It helps if you plug it in. Just wreaks havoc on my computer. All right. Okay. Let's see what the voltage situation is. All right, so 3.3 volts. Yeah. Okay. Now, see a working key. 3.2. 0.4. 0.6. And 0.1. Okay. The not working key, 3. Working key, 3.3. 3.3. Not working key. Hey, the not working keys are actually low. 2.5. 2.5. 3, yep. Hey, I found a difference. The not working keys are low voltage. Just under what they need to be. 3.3 versus... Thank you for that suggestion to check that. Hey, 3.3, yep. 3.0, maybe that one might not be working. Or it might be close. Hold on, let me check something. I know the minus key, it's hard to tell which one is which. Okay. Okay. This key doesn't work, so it should be under 3, my theory. Oh. Oh, hold on, I'm holding down a key. That also might be affecting it. .3. Let me make sure that is the correct key that I identified. Yeah. Yep, that's definitely one of the keys that doesn't work. That's a weird coincidence that the voltage on those other ones was lining up with the ones that aren't working. But this one's at 3.3 and it's 100% doesn't work. That is really weird though. Maybe that's just by design. For some reason they have less voltage. I mean, there's some voltage. So many keys have 3.3 though. Hmm. Would one of the capacitors, one of these little tiny capacitors, like drop the voltage down for a bunch of them or something? All the keys are getting some kind of voltage. Still feel like 3.3, like they all need to be 3.3, and that's part of the problem why some of them aren't. Yeah, that's what I was wondering if there's like one of these tiny little capacitors is failing or something. But I was looking for shorts and I didn't see any like at the beginning. So in this area, let's find ground. Shouldn't the switches all have a ground? Maybe not, I guess. Definitely all the diodes or dual diodes or whatever they are, they all were reading the same. in diode mode to ground. So if one thing is dropping it down, I would imagine it'd be a capacitor. None of these even have ground at all. And it does seem like there's like one capacitor per line of keys. Like every vertical slice has one capacitor. So far, none of them are shorted. Like at all. It would have probably been one of them that was nearby. Huh. Just checking all the stuff over here, if there's anything that stands out. Nope. Every single capacitor just has one side to ground. So, maybe there's some more, there's some components somehow. Well, what's under this guy? I didn't realize I could get this off like that easy. There we go. Just more of the usual, nothing blown up under there. I have to take, I'm probably not going to be able to get this off. Yeah, these are not removable. So I think they're soldered in from the top of here, and it's not coming off unless I get all of them off, which I don't care enough about this to do. That would be insane. What else? Is there anything else that like makes sense? And I wish I could see, though, if there's other components on the other side of the board that I'll never be able to get to. Dang, I got excited for a second with that voltage situation. But now I think I've lost hope completely. There are 2 ground pins on the port. Looks like. That's probably normal though. Let's see. And that makes sense that both sides of these caps are connected to ground. Connects into here and here. Right there. Okay. Like maybe there's a resistor with like a hole in it that I didn't see. One of these chips have a hole in it? Oh, just the marking. Yep, I give up. I think that's it. Dang, yeah. I don't know if there's anything else that I can do. I mean, let's see. Like if you press a key, probably completes like continuity. Maybe I could check that, I guess. But all those switches wouldn't fail like at the same time like that. So weird. Okay. Ouch. I'm stabbing myself. Yeah, the keys that weren't working still work with mechanical on off. Wait. Yep. Yep. I expected that. Well, that sucks. I can't figure it out. Sorry. Thank you for helping, though. Everybody, thank you for showing up. Oh. You think, well, what if when nothing's pressed, one of the keys is saying it's pressed? I'll try that. I'll try that. That's the last thing I'm going to check. Let's see. I'm just checking every single switch while it's not pressed to see if it is pressed. Like, if it thinks it is. Because it would have to fail closed for it to do that, to affect something, right? I wish I knew what that little magic button was on the circuit board. Whoops. I'm just doing continuity right now. I'm just seeing if there's like a switch that thinks it's being pressed when it's not. Yeah, just continuity. I'm also not sure what the other 2 pins are for. There's 4 pins per key. All right, not a single key thinks it's being pressed. So I did check in diode mode for on the good and bad keys, and they look like they're getting the same values. The only difference was that some keys had low voltage. I'm really thinking that there might be more components on the other side of the board. I don't know why they would do that to me. Oh, so I'm thinking that these are diodes. So each key has 4 pins, and I think 1 diode. or a dual diode, something right here. One of these guys. And every one of those seems to be reading the same in diode mode, as well as all the pins on all the good and bad keys. And the symptom is so weird that it just makes me think that there is something going on with the brain. And one interesting thing I was able to find out is the voltage is low over here on some of these affected keys. Instead of 3.3, they had about 3 or a little under 3. But that wasn't even that wasn't consistent. There was a key that doesn't work that had 3.3. So that's also really weird. All the capacitors seem fine. Well, not shorted anyways. No holes in chips. I added some flux and just reflowed all the stuff over in this area. Yeah, I really don't know. Now I might be completely out of thoughts. I want to get down in here and see. It'd be a really shitty move if there was components on this side of the board that you just can never get to. Unless you desolder every single key. Well, so the bad buttons are, it's interesting. So some of them are isolated to one area. I can tell you exactly. So every time I plug the keyboard in, it repeats all the buttons that are not working automatically. It enters them in sequence over and over and over to infinity until I press some other key, and then it stops. And the keys that don't work are 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Minus equals. This slash over here. And I believe this guy over here. Not the tilde, but the other deal. Apostrophe or something. A lot of them on the first row, but not all of them. And randomly, this guy, let me see. Yeah. Let me put the keyboard back in real quick. Where's the USB? Okay, it's repeating the keys again. Oh, the slash is not part of it now. So now there's one less key that's not being repeated, and the key works. Oh, also, one key that's not part of the pattern that's being repeated. Oh, look at what's going on with this. Why are only some of these lit up? A works, S does not work. Well, now it does. I feel like it's in a, it has some kind of macro feature. MR over here. What if it's getting stuck in a weird mode or something? Now I have to... What if that's it the whole time? It's stuck in some kind of weird like macro recording mode. Again, there's no way to turn that. There's no buttons on the outside besides, I mean, there's this MR button, which is, I hope that's not the problem, but G-Skill, Ripjaws. No. Keyboard is pressing all kinds of crazy stuff. This is really weird. It's always just been on. Like RGB has been on every key. Oh my god. It just opened so many stupid different Windows things. Oh gosh, tested out of circuit. No, thank you. I have the user manual. Macros, two kind of macros, keystroke and text macro. Oh, this is using the software. What is it? This is the MX or the KM570 MX. KM570 MX. This is really weirding me out that there's only a few keys over here lit up. I want to hit the secret button. Oh, doesn't do anything. Let me try check out diode mode, like you were saying. Okay. That's 0.27. 0.27. And if I swap them, open, open. So 0.27 falls right into that, and open the other way. So that seems right. I would think, since I read them all in diode mode, that they're all okay. Like they all read the same. Should be open, open. 0.27, 0.27. I need to unplug this keyboard. Yeah, they're all reading exactly the same. So far, 0.27, or open the other way. So this is the row, not the F keys, but the number keys, where most everything is screwed up. Yeah, it's all as expected so far. Hey, what's up, Michael? Currently failing and about to give up on this. Yeah, hold on, is this just dirtiness I just saw? What if it was physically one of the lines was corroded for some reason? Oops. Just found some crustiness over here, but I think it's just surface level stuff. It's weird. I don't know what all these share in the same row. Yeah, I didn't get anywhere with the battery either. I've never done the battery or keyboard, but I am gonna order some proper 18650 cells for that and attempt that again once those come in. Also, not super sure if my welding device is like powerful enough, but I hope it is. I mean, some of the things were staying on there for a while. Yeah, I think I'm at a loss here. Did I check all these little capacitors? Did I even see them? Yep, they seem fine. Yeah, maybe my little welder's not thick enough for the plastic or for the metal that was already on there. But yeah, I still need to get proper, like, reliable 18650 cells that are meant to be welded to. Because I had the ones that are just like meant to be used as batteries, like they actually have the nub on the end, not flat. Yeah, I short of like there being some components hidden on the other side of this, which I can never get to. I don't know what else I could do. Let me see now that I unplugged it, if those same keys light up again. I'm just curious. Every time I plug this in, it starts opening a bunch of different things in Windows. It's awesome. All right. Yeah, it's so weird. Now the red light used to be on every key, and it's on only certain keys. And it's like keyboard still, like numlock still, you know, caps lock still goes, still presses, still, you know, this is all working. All the letters are working except for 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, minus, equals. Is it this one? Yeah. Everything that doesn't work is on that first row. That has to be. There's no way that's a coincidence. And some of the voltages were low, and I think that there is a freaking some components on the other side. I mean, unless let's see. Maybe if all the voltages come from the one chip and go out to all the different rows or whatever. I think I could check that. So, I mean, well, it would only make 3.3 volts once and send it out to each. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew how it works so I could think about it correctly. Hey, someone probably did spill something. I probably did. That is probably what happened. Just see what's going on with voltage wise over here. That's a 3.3 right there. This one is a 0.6, nothing, 1.7, 1.9, 3.3. Is these all going to be 3.3? 3.6, 3.7, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. So this is 3.5, 3.2, 2.0, 1.7. Things are changing. 3.3, 3.5, 3.5. One of them was 3.7, which is now just 3.5. This first one is 3.3 and the others are 3.5. Whoops. .5 on this capacitor. That's 3.3. Same 3.3. It looks like it goes out a bunch of times here. These might be all the rows. Like 7 rows, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's like 6 rows of keys here. I imagine that's it. But there's also this direction. Nothing here. This is only 0.2 volts on that capacitor. What is in front? That's my probe. Yeah, I pulled the thermal cam out already. And then this guy was warm. There was nothing that was like hot on fire. This was warm. Every one of these bigger resistors was warm in a row. And this guy barely had any heat at all. This guy up here, U1, was warm. His voltages are 5 volts. So that's the main regulator from 5 volts to 3.3 maybe. That's the ground. That's 3.3. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. It comes right off of the USB into the bead and the capacitors, 5 volts to 3.3. And it goes into this dude here. Well, there's a 3 volt out of here. 3.3. 3.3. And this is a 2.6. 3.3 here, because that's all connected with this. Why is this 2.6? Is this the low voltage problem right here? This is only 3 volts up here. $3.3. $3 volts. Nothing there. Why is there no voltage on this cap? Let's see. Wait a second. It might just be because it's on. Yeah, there's 1.4K. Unplug it. Yeah, mega ohm resistance here. 17 meg, 1 meg here. Oh, now it's 8 meg. Okay. Fine. That's 10K. Should be 2.2K. Yep. $1.7K. We'll plug it back in. Yeah, they were getting 2.6 or 2.8 or something like that, or 3 maybe. But it wasn't consistent because one of the keys that wasn't working was getting 3.3. So let's see. The third, fourth, and fifth one in. Yeah, 2.9, 2.8, 2.6, 2.6, 3.1, 3.1. It starts going up. 3.3, 3.2. It's definitely yeah. I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like the low voltage has to have something to do with it. Even if it's not like exactly consistent with, I mean, all the other rows, like most of the keys, they're all like boom, 3.3, 3.3, 3.3. Every single one I tried, 3.4. Like, well, there's a 3.0. And there's a 2.5, 3.3, 3.3. All right, which one has 2.5? This one right here. Okay. Which key is that? Okay. See, it's completely random because there's a key on a bottom row that has 2.5 and it's a V key and it works perfectly fine. You just make sure. Yep, works. So low voltage does not mean it doesn't work. And high voltage, like 3.3, does not mean it will work. So it's not like obvious like that, unfortunately. So I think even tracking this down is like not gonna matter really. Yeah, I can show the turn on the thermal camera again. Okay. My plastic pointer. Gosh, I need to tape this thing on there. Okay. So where is it? These resistors were getting warm. You can see obviously this chip's getting warm. 34 degrees. Right? That chip we were looking at. 31 degrees. That is, see what that is. I think that's this guy. Yeah. So the 5 volt to 3.3 is like 31 degrees or whatever. I think that's fine. That's doing its job. This thing is like, it's like lukewarm. It's doing something and it's like in the center. I would imagine that's normal. I mean, this guy has a hot spot. It's also in the center and it's not super hot. Like nothing's on fire. So last time all these resistors over here were lit up and now they're not. I imagine that just has something to do with the RGB or the like what using the keys or not. But over in the problem area, there's really nothing but like reflections and stuff. Yeah, the only heat being generated is from those 3 points right now. Well, now that I think about it, if I look really, really closely, this capacitor is a little warmer than any of the others, which is odd. Maybe, let me see what it does when I unplug it and plug it back in. There's one capacitor, or it's not a capacitor, it's a resistor, actually. Yeah, that one resistor lights up more than the others, which is weird. Let me check like the voltages on that. So on this one resistor, okay, 1,000 ohm resistor, right? That has 0.2 volts, 3.3. These are all 3.3. They're all on the same side. 0.2, 0.05 on this side. 0.2, 0.2, 0.05. That's weird. This is the one that was warmer, but it's also, now I'm noticing it's a different value than both these two. So maybe that's why it's warmer. Let's check its resistance in circuit though. So doesn't really mean anything, but should be 1K, and it is 1K exactly. Yep. What about these guys? 4.7? Yep. 4.7 exactly. And these all have continuity. Yep. 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 Of course. Yep. All those are connected. What does it say? 64A? What does that mean on resistor? This is 454 ohms. Is that, am I dyslexic or something? Am I reading this wrong? 64A? 454 ohms. It's in circuit. But it's weird. That's 1K. 1K. 10K. Yep, 10K. This is 32 ohms. Yeah, 32.7, 33. Dang. Nobody's like a keyboard repair specialist genius. That would be a weird one, I guess. 5 ohms. What is this one down here? This is reading 6 ohms. It's changing. 6 ohms. Imagine that's all fine. Yeah, I'm about done, I think. Yeah, short of something wrong with like one of these guys. I doubt that guy. It seems to be doing what it needs to, making 3.3. Something wrong with him, maybe, or him. Or there's more components that I can't get to. Maybe if I just concede that this thing's dead and destroy it right now. I can at least find out. So this is like a steel or aluminum. It's pretty difficult to get up. Okay, well, how can I destroy this thing? Yeah, it's just bending my tool. Can I get these off? Well, there goes a spring. Mm-hmm. Okay, get the safety glasses on. Oh, that's what's wrong. Got a chip in the corner. Doesn't look like there's anything, though, on this side, unfortunately. No, just the switches and their legs. Dang. So the problem is on this side. This is how you fix things, right? Yeah, I think I would have seen something by now. Well, it's done. Hot glue. That'll fix it. Well, that's it. It's dead, Jim. It's super dead now. All right, well, thanks for watching that failure. And I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys later.